Alright guys, so here we are again. We're going to do another hive maintenance. The last one I just put only on Snapchat, and you might have seen it a little bit on Instagram. If you're not aware of those social media, I'll just put those on this video so you can follow that. The reason for that was it was threatening to storm that day, and I didn't want my camera to get caught in the rain, so I just did it on my cell phone. So if you ever see a episode that we put up of the hive maintenance and you were thinking that maybe we would have done one, then you might find it on Snapchat or Instagram. And so that was the case with that. So let's see how they're doing today and see if they've made further progress in the honey super. Alright, so here we are at the hive. They made some comb last time, a lot of comb compared to the first time we looked at it, the new super that we gave them. It hardly looked like they even touched it. You would almost think that they didn't do anything. But we saw a lot of comb last time, and we're hoping that they made a lot more progress. I did notice a lot of beetles in the feeder when I opened up to take a look. So we're going to rinse out the sugar water from the feeder into some dishwashing fluid, and the idea of that is that the beetles will have to get into the soapy water, and that's going to be deadly for insects. I noticed that the bees tend to stay in the feeder, so it shouldn't really bother too many bees. So
this one's wet.
You can just place it.
Over here somewhere?
Yeah, like on this side. On this narrow end here, I guess, facing me. And there's beetles. I'm gonna try to gently rinse them down. And that should be sufficient. All right. And then this, there we go. Now I have this at an angle where it's kind of getting all the blocks plus this, so people can get a little bit of a view of something if nobody can guide the camera at a given time. But let's show everybody. The comb looks like it's still developing. I don't see anything capped right now. It's probably not really much of a point for me even smoking them, for as few bees are populating that area.
Still have to check every frame in case there's beetles or not really?
Not really, because like we know that there's beetles, and the only thing we could do about it is just squish whatever beetles we see and put those traps down. So, you know, we don't have to check every single frame. There's a little bit of wax developing on this one.
I see that.
Just scarcely. That's kind of like what the whole thing was looking like before. As we go out here, there's even a patch of comb right there on this one.
Oh yeah.
I don't even have to pull that one out, but I'll just show the camera real quick. I don't know if that's in frame.
You see how it glistens?
Yeah, this one's at least at the center. It's all the way out to the edge of the frame.
In there, that's in there as well?
Well, if it's not,
it's very wet. It's like unless it's just like bubbles.
If it's not honey, then it might be nectar that they're gonna cure down to be honey.
I'm just surprised whilst they're building it, they're actually really putting something in, if that's the case.
Yeah, they'll fill it and then they'll cap it once it's done. Now this one's fairly nice looking.
Yeah, that doesn't have anything inside.
I see some up top there. You can see it.
Yeah. Now from this angle I can see it. There's definitely stuff in there. Very moist.
Sorry if this ain't in frame. We're doing the best we can without someone actively working the camera, everybody. I'll just take out these couple big meaty ones just to show people, but
Now, how long have we had this box up there? We've had it for a little while, right?
Let's see, it was 1 week that we went and checked it and there was hardly anything going on with it. And then 1 more week is when I started seeing all this comb development. And so now this is probably what, the 3rd week? It's good to see them making such progress. We'll show you guys one more. This one's on this side is even better.
No, we've got that excluded so the queen can't come up in here, right?
Right, and that's going to prevent her from putting eggs in here and
So this is
mixing
just pure
brood.
honey.
Yeah, this is just pure honey and nectar that they're going to cure into honey. Watch out, babies. That bee's like, what are you guys doing?
Oh, this one's coming right up to.
Yeah, that's about as fully developed on those little outside edges as it's going to get. It probably won't be long till they start capping some of that.
Straw in there. Give it a suck. See what's in there.
Wonder if... I was almost wondering if we'd already see some cells. What you doing?
I just want to taste what's in there.
It's well, it looks like
That's
honey.
pure honey.
Yeah, because it's thick. The way you pulled it out, it doesn't look like nectar.
Taste that honey.
All right, on that note,
Yeah, I've tasted
well, that
honey.
one stung my thumb and I didn't even feel it. Stupid.
Did you sting it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Oop, now I feel it. Okay, smoke time. Well, that's my goal, is to take 1 or 2 stings every time I get out here, and then maybe one day I'll stop swelling so bad when I get stung. But it looks like it won't be long till I put my gear on, because once you get your sting,
Yeah.
you have that pheromone attracting more attacks. I don't know how that'd be
You
even.
suck it off your thumb? Pheromone?
Not really. I'm just smoking it because supposedly that helps. I don't know if it really is quite effective as far as all that goes.
Okay, so this one you don't really have to check that. You just want to see how's the...
Yeah, not unless you see some sort of pathology starting to happen, then you might want to look deeper into it. But all we're seeing here is some good, clean honey being developed. And
what do you mean? The moment there's a stick, 2 sticks together, they want to pump stuff in between.
yeah,
You can see all that there. Where, I mean, there's no ways they could get in there other than squeezing it in.
yeah. So for the camera, I kind of wanted them to see the progress, but we checked this honey super a lot more thoroughly than we really needed to.
Yeah. That was interesting.
And then one thing I learned from our mistakes in the previous, and in case you guys missed that video, if you leave your frames apart, the bees will build bridges. And that's not necessarily a problem until you start cutting into it. You might accidentally kill some bees that were hiding in those bridges. And then they'll get aggressive, and that's how I got stung multiple times in that video. Alright, so we're gonna see how well the bees tolerate me. If I get stung probably a couple more times, I'll I'll put some gear on. Look at this, Dan. How solid.
Now, is that just capped honey? Or
Yeah, that's a big wall of capped honey right there.
Yeah, you can see how thick it is compared to the other side.
Yeah.
This side's got a like a lump.
Yeah. It's pretty great how they did that. Just gonna put this down here in such a way that hopefully I'm not crushing bees really.
It's strange why they just do a little corner here and not. Now, when they cap it, how long? I mean, what do they cap it for? Like reserves?
Yeah. That's how they keep it stored basically.
Yeah. Not much food out there, then they start capping.
Yeah, it's kind of part of like leaving it for winter
Yeah.
so that they have something to eat in the winter. Oop, shit. That was probably not a good thing. Sorry, bees. If you guys didn't see that, I snapped a frame and bumped it into the other frame, so I'm being extra cautious now that I might have angered a bunch of bees. Ooh, brood all over the place. You see the queen? I don't see her yet, but I'm just, since there's a brood. Just asking in case you see her. Oh, there she is. Right on the bottom. You guys see her? Well, I don't know where she just went.
You gotta watch her now. She's at the bottom. You don't want to squash her.
Yeah. So can you find her then? Okay, well I guess the only thing I could guess is the queen is now in that bottom festoon because I saw her briefly and then she disappeared. That's got to be a painful place. Alright, and this time we got quite a few beetles in the trap.
That's a lot.
So these traps were still working, but at least we know we're killing some of them. There's a bunch of little nurse bees. Real solid brood. And at this point, we know the queen's alive. She has solid brood. So all I'm gonna do is get to that other beetle trap and replace it and call it a day for hive maintenance, because we don't need to be disturbing them all that much since we know the queen's alive. We see the progress in the honey super. Top bees. Oh, sorry. And this trap has also caught a bunch of beetles. Damn it. Ugh. Oops, sorry, bee. Oh my gosh. Would you guys calm down? smoke up my hand since my thumb's been stung twice now. Right. And since the bees are really quite orderly right now compared to what they usually are, I'll just fill their syrup tank now. Because usually they're buzzing around everywhere all crazy, and it's really not a good opportunity to, just when I say that a bee wants to buzz around here. And before we gave them the entire 3.5 gallons, which is this entire container, and then another gallon. But they're starting to drink slower, and I think it's because there's so much nectar and pollen available now compared to when we first started. So now we're just giving them half of this container, and they still have a little bit left when they're done. I'm gonna try to show it to you on camera. I got stung in my left thumb twice, which is probably gonna suck because maybe one sting would be alright, but two of them in the same area is probably gonna be not fun. I'll be the worst video game player ever. Alright, thanks for watching, and see you next time.